So this young lady sent me a message into my inbox saying, "Hi, I watch your videos as they come down my timeline and started following you. I wanted to know if you can read my Reddit story and offer some insight. I completely understand if you can't and apologize if this is the wrong channel to relay this." Major trigger warning, there is gRape in this story. I was so apologetic because I didn't see this until Friday. She sent me this message on Tuesday, but I didn't see it because it was sent to my other file. I was like, "Are you okay?" She says she's safely away from this man, so just know that. And then I'm like, "You want me to do this story? Because it can be triggering, it can be re traumatizing. If you cannot listen to this story, just drop some hearts in the comment section and scroll away." Okay, so here is the young lady's story. This is a lot, y'all. So if you cannot handle it, like I said, just drop some hearts in the comment section and scroll away. She's 25. Her boyfriend is 23. She says, "Me and my boyfriend live together. We started our relationship in November 2022, but it was non-monogamous. We still had other romantic interests we wanted to pursue. I had gotten out of a DV relationship 2 years prior and stayed single to work on myself. The last year of my singleness, I started to date and have ex casually. After a month, we both decided to close the relationship, and it has remained that way since. He moved in with me the following January after a traumatic event with my mother, whom I'm now no contact with gradually. Before then, he always visited to hang out, help with moving furniture if I asked, and to pick me up for dates. He was living with his childhood friend and was only one city away from me. I am a survivor of CSA and SA. The last conversation with my mother was her facilitating the molestation I experienced at the hand of her previous boyfriend. This led me to go no contact. I have been raped by a childhood friend, turns friend with benefits in November 2020. I was then SA'd by my then boyfriend, a DV relationship, and got pregnant. I miscarried. I have vaginismus and went to PT to cope physically and therapy for mentally. I explained my trauma to my boyfriend as we got to know each other. He shared as well. I slept with him shortly after, and it was going great. The aftercare was great and included recap sessions on how we both felt about the ex as we cleaned up and ate. On Thursday, we had X. It was great, but he did not finish due to leg fatigue. So I'm not going to go through all this, but it seems like her pH is off and she's trying to change things, her diet, her detergent, and that kind of thing. She says, "This past weekend, I went to visit his older sister and brother in law. I adore them both and have gotten close to them. It was great, and I got to see him be the attentive younger brother he typically is with his younger sister. We got home on Monday and had X. It was going well, and I explained that I didn't want to be a Twinkie, like baby batter in the middle. He agreed to coming on my bum as a landing point while in doggy style. This is where the real trigger warning goes. While in doggy style, he laid on top of me. I'm 140 pounds. He is 230. He said he was close, and I reminded him of the different landing site. He agreed again and started dirty talking in my ear. He ejaculated inside of me and announced it. I started to freak out, but felt unjustified in doing so since he's done it before. I nervously joked that he did not follow directions. He chalked it up to being in the zone and forgetting. He went to work right after, cleaning me up and grabbing me food. I felt weird this entire situation, but stayed silent. He came home that day and flirted with me like normal. I served dinner and packed his lunch. He's a blue collar worker that does 12-hour shifts. I went to sleep and woke up to him trying to make cinnamon rolls. He's a baker in his spare time and had been planning this for 3 weeks. I drifted off to sleep again, and he woke me up to tell me that he is out of the ingredients needed to make the rolls. He decided to experiment with the dough he made instead, but hated it. I said okay and went back to sleep. She continues with, "I woke up and he explained that he had not gotten to the dishes he made yesterday, but will organize it enough so I can make my morning coffee. He planned to wash them tonight. I said, as long as I can do what is needed, then it's fine for now. He left and I went back to sleep. I work from home and 2 hours after he does." I'm not sure what she meant, and 2 hours after he does. She says, "I go to the kitchen and see the chaotic mess. All of our glass bowls are caked with partly dry and wet dough. The counters had brown sugar and powdered on them. I was pissed. I used the restroom and noticed my vagina is more raw than normal after sex. I am itching. I may have an infection. I'm making an appointment for Friday to address this. He texted, maybe I text him the following message and screenshots attached. He seems remorseful, but I'm unsure. Should I break up with my boyfriend for not listening to my lack of consent this time? Is he truly remorseful? And can we get past this? Am I crazy for feeling violated? Is it my past trauma that is clouding my view on this matter? Can we work past this? This part right here, where he starts flirting with her like normal, where he starts waking up and trying to cook, it seems like he's trying to keep busy because he's feeling nervous, or maybe he's feeling remorseful. He knows that he messed up. And the fact that she just keeps going back to sleep says she knows that this is wrong and she's feeling like something is off. She knows mentally and physically that something is off about this situation. Here are the screenshots. So she's upset because he wasted some money on these cinnamon rolls and this ingredients and he didn't clean up. But I'm going to skip down to where I circled. She says, also, you came in me after I told you that I didn't want that. I have expressed that I have been having pH issues and was trying to take X slow due to that and to come on another part of me. You knew beforehand and you did it anyway. If X has you that hazy minded, we will use condoms from now on all the time. I'm currently looking up home remedies to soothe my vaginal irritation. I'm frustrated and itchy. I don't want to argue, and I hope it does not come off that way. I am just at a loss on how to go forward. Now listen to this, because at first she was talking about cinnamon rolls, and then she talked about, the X situation. He says, I am very disappointed in myself for the way I've been behaving after coming back from Chicago. Poor planning, poor time management, and poor discipline over myself has immediately taken the momentum from our wonderful trip and brought it to a halt. You have every right to be frustrated and upset with me. I will clean the kitchen and handle dinner tonight. I don't know what else I can do to be there for you because I'm the problem, but I want to be. Please let me know how I can do that, even if that means giving you time and space to think over how you feel. I don't feel like you're arguing at all. I love you, and nothing I've done the past 2 days has shown that. So he is acknowledging the cinnamon rolls, the dirty kitchen. He is not acknowledging what he did to her and how he just disregarded her instructions for X. That's what she says right here. You didn't address that you ejaculated inside of me without my consent while laying on top of me, causing me to be immobilized. Moments after I said I didn't want that and gave an alternative. That was not poor planning, poor time management, and poor discipline. You simply ignored what I said and did what you wanted. I don't want to have X with you again. I don't feel comfortable because I don't know if or when you'll do that again. I feel so weird about the experience because I enjoyed it before that point. I just feel gross. I need you to stay somewhere else tonight. I need space to fully think out how you've responded after I expressed that something you did was not consensual. He says, I would understand if you don't speak with me for a while. I feel disgusted with myself. I'll find somewhere else to be for the foreseeable future. And then she's like, you can come get your stuff. I just feel disgusted by you. I don't understand why. I don't want to be pregnant. I don't want to agitate what my body was trying to communicate. I should have said no. I don't want to think of you in that way. This was consensual mostly. I'm so confused, lost, and angry. It was consensual up until the point that it wasn't. And then he didn't listen and he immobilized her. I was so mad reading this. Look at all these words he typed. By doing something actually without your consent, I poked and prodded at some of your most traumatic memories. I put a stain on our relationship. There's no apology that I could ever give that will make this okay. I got lost in the pleasure of the moment near my orgasm and lost focus on you. In that one moment, I became one of the men you couldn't trust. I apologize, although words alone could never start the healing process for what I've done to you. I left work early because I couldn't take it anymore. I feel like a vile human being. I'm going to find somewhere to sleep tonight and other nights if needed. I don't need more clothes. I don't even feel comfortable stepping back into that apartment we call home after what I've done. This is not an argument, and none of this is your fault. None of what had happened has devalued you. You are still worthy of love and affection just by existing. You are not what has happened to you. You are a star with a kind soul. Now, he typed all of this, and I just feel some type of way. Like he knows that he's really, really wrong, but he's given this word salad. It's just a bunch of words. If I were this young lady, I would feel so uncomfortable and never want to be in this man's sight at all ever again. And she's young, she's 25, she's still learning how to process her feelings. That's the reason why she reached out to me. But this man is like a predator with like a bunch of word salad. I don't know how to explain this, but somebody in the comments can jump in because you see right here, she's still being kind of empathetic. She says, if you need it, I can leave clothes at the side door and you can grab it. She's still thinking about his feelings when he completely disregarded her. And now he's like, trying to act like he cares about her feelings, but it's a bit too late because he's re-traumatized a woman that has already gone through so much as far as trauma, SA and CSA. This is a whole mess to me, but I do want you guys to weigh in, give some kind words and thoughts. Let me know what you think.